right, so Palantir earnings on Monday. They're coming and they are doomed. They're gonna be very, very bad. I'll explain you why today. So we're leading into this earning call on Monday, and the stocks is gone ballistic in the last 6 months, 200%. But also in the last month, we saw a nice plus 10% with no news basically 5 days, and we are up also 12%. What made this company grew so much in the last year? Almost 400% is crazy. So you should expect a crazy growth. No, not so easy. Is 30%, no more than this. So what's happening? Why people are so crazy about this company, right? It's commanding a 400 PE ratio. Wow. I mean, never seen in history, basically. Well, the narrative around this company is basically that is like a company that will take all the AI world. It's not clear how, in which sense, but that's the narrative. And as an IT professional, I work in the AI world with actual customer. I know their use cases. I can tell you this is a complete lie. Whoever is talking about Palantir does not have a clue about the analytics and AI marketing. And in fact, Palantir is a company that has a lot of competitors, has not invented the AI world, the analytics world, and their product has their niche because it's super expensive. Okay, some companies like it, but only very large companies can afford to have Palantir, and so the result is that their market share is super tiny and is not growing. As you can see here, we have a Palantir technology 2,600,000,000 in the Q3 2024 as revenue. This makes them have a tiny 0.2% of market share, and is basically steady in the previous months. So Palantir does this AI platform, this analytics platform, and even though the influencer says that it's something unprecedented, the reality is that there's plenty of competitors in the market, and they have also sometimes better products. So for example, the best product right now is said to be probably Databricks, right? You don't hear about a lot about this company simply because it's not listed in the stock market, and so the influencers can you make you dream about becoming billionaires. So that's why you don't hear a lot about this company, but actually this is the leader. They have the analytics platform, like Foundry. They've got their AI platform Mosaic, so they got everything. And remember, in software world there is no moat. Okay, if you are big enough, if you are Microsoft and you see your competitor that is doing something that is really interesting, you can copy it quite easily because you have the best software engineers. They do the same university, so the same engineer in Palantir, you can have an equivalent in your company, and you don't have an intellectual property, you don't have patents. So if Palantir does such a nice product, they can copy very easily. So it's all a lie that they have this moat. They don't have any moat, right? In software, the companies go ahead because they have a large portfolio. For example, Microsoft has this large portfolio of products from productivity to dynamics, so CRM, ERP. They can sell to their customer also the analytics and the AI because they are already there. They know the key people. They can influence the decision of purchase. They can make discounts. So this is the moat in the software world. It's not the technology. So these people don't know anything, okay? And in fact, looking, for example, at Gartner page, Gartner is this famous consulting company firm, and they have, they know the market. They talk with IT professional every day. And for instance, for the Foundry, Palantir Foundry product, there are several alternatives. So for example, AWS, Informatica, Microsoft, actually they have this Fabric platform that's much better than SQL Server. Denodo, they are quite small, but then there are big fish, for example, Oracle, IBM, SAP, SAS, Google, okay? So, I mean, it's a fierce competition. It's not true that Palantir, oh no, they're gonna take it all. They are super niche. They have, just a few customers. What are they going to take? Anything. So what led to this excitement around this company? Well, first of all, the retail community, normally with incompetent influencer or influencer with a conflict of interest, the CEO that is frantic and is basically robbing money to the retail investors, and then a nice growth, right? So we saw this is the revenue, right? So this is the revenue for Palantir in the last quarters, and we see, especially in the last quarter, there was a lot of excitement because the company went for 30% revenue increase. Actually, this looks a big number. It does not justify at all the price. So 30% is a minuscule number if we look at the company price, right? So it should have 40, 50, 100 growth year over year to justify the price. But that said, this price is good. We saw a good, a consistent growth rate increase. So we went 30%. The previous quarter was 27, previous quarter 20%. But we're going to see this is in line in the market. And I also suspect something. I suspect that this extra step that the company had in the last quarter was partly justified by, I mean, I would not say a manipulation, but the company like anticipating some revenue, something completely legal that a company can do. You can, for instance, make a promotion and make your customer purchase something in advance so that your previous quarter is going to be bigger and you're going to lose some money after. But if you are, for instance, like Palantir, if you want to sell stock, if you want to become rich as a CEO, as Alex Harper wants, probably you say, okay, you know what, we have all this excitement in November, let's make the revenue appear like incredible, let's cash in and let's leave a retail investor in the street with nothing in their hand. So this company is not extraordinary. And for example, Snowflake, that is the only analytics pure play, so it's really the only comparable in the stock market, and they do a similar thing, by the way. So they also grew 28%. So what does it mean? 28, 93, 32% previously. So they grow 28%. Previously were growing much faster than Palantir. So I would say they were also more interesting. What does it tell us? Well, it just tells us that Palantir is growing like the market is doing, as we were no difference from the entire market. So don't expect it to grow 100% or 50%. It's gonna grow 30%, 25, something like that. Okay. So this is my forecast, and in order to see what is going to happen on Monday, we can see at what the earnings that already were available right now are telling us, okay? And we're going to discuss that. First of all, please hit the like button. I'm giving to you my experience in the field. I have 5 years in the AI, selling AI solution to customers, to enterprise customers. I hold an MBA, so I'm quite qualified to talk about that, right? Instead of the, fake influencers that are on YouTube or Reddit, okay? Now, subscribe, please. Now, let's go and see what have software company done in the last earning call. So, for instance, ServiceNow released their earnings, and it was nice, by the way. The company dropped in the last 5 days, in the last month. The revenue have grown 21%, but this was less than anticipated. So this tells us that the IT budgets for big companies that are supposed to buy Palantir, they are stagnating. They are not increasing. They are spending at the normal pace. They are not increasing too much, right? So what is priced in is probably more. Also SAP, that is more a legacy company, but still they provide also analytics platform and AI platform. They are increasing like 10%. Then of course we have Microsoft stock, right? So if we look at Microsoft in the last quarter release, they've grown 12%. So this came a little bit short of expectation, but Microsoft as all, it would be required to be successful in the AI world. So probably this market is not taking off as expected. And so that's why also for Palantir is going to be the same, right? Because we saw that they are growing like the market, but I don't think they care. Because at the end of the day, what has happened is that Palantir, they have pushed to the limit their result in the last quarter. This one is gonna be garbage. Why? Because they already sold, they already cashed in. So these are the inside transaction, right? So in the last few months, Alex Karp has been selling, and all the director have been selling stocks like hell. So for instance, in November alone, it sold, as you can see here, 37 million, 70 million shares, 400 million shares, 650 million shares. So this guy has sold billions of shares. Why? And so cashing in billions of dollars because he prefer dollars to Palantir stocks because Palantir shares are garbage. Okay, and please don't tell you to your preferred YouTube influencer, for example, Tom Nash. Okay, this guy talks basically every day about all the garbage stocks like Palantir, Tesla. Of course, he tells you that they're gonna grow. Look, I don't know, 1,000%. Of course, Tom Lee, I respect. He never sold this stock will make millions. So it's completely a liar. And this guy basically sell a course I mean, to teach you to invest in Palantir, even though all the news, all the rational people are telling you not to invest because it's super expensive. So you can pay this guy and he can brainwash you and tell you, please continue investing in Palantir, continue dollar cost averaging, even though you are going to lose all your money. So that's the job of this guy, selling you, fooling you basically, right? Robbing you. And the same can be said for this other guy, Amit Kukreja. So this guy every single day is having a Palantir news, even though there's nothing to say. It's gonna say that Palantir is the best company in the world. It's gonna grow. All the other are idiots. All the other engineers that comes from MIT are less intelligent than the people working from Palantir. I mean, this is the narrative. And of course, you can trust this guy, right? So he was also with Alex Karp. So it should not be biased, right? So it's like a cheerleader of Alex Karp, so it's gonna be objective, right? It's not gonna raise critics. Come on. But I mean, these are clowns, okay? So expect from these guys to say, you know what, Palantir is great because they have an interest in that, because they probably own the stock, because their community is based on the assumption that Palantir is the biggest company in the world, so they're gonna grow if they keep saying this garbage. But what I don't like is that you see similar takeaways also from supposedly professional investors and analysts. So, for example, on Seeking Alpha, I just checked some hours ago, and basically, you have more people providing a buy or strong buy rating on this company instead of strong sell that I think this company deserves, right? And so that's why you see this company going up in price. And tomorrow, I'm sure that the earnings are not going to be good, but I don't know what the stock price can do. I believe it's going to drop, possibly yes, but I'm not sure about that because we saw with Tesla. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. We have this retail or retired investor, as you can prefer, and they can push the price higher. I don't know. I mean, sooner or later, the stock's price will collapse for sure. And I mean, what Alex Karp is trying to sell the dream of the mission. So you have this video of this frantic guy, Alex Karp, that is saying that they have a mission. I mean, it's completely nonsense things, garbage. If I was I mean, what Benjamin Graham, Warren Buffett would say about this guy, that he's talking about missions, he's not talking about the market, he just says that retail investors are a community, they are leading the West. I mean, this is the level of CEOs at this moment, people that are trying to grift money and to, you know, move the attention from the real things, from the real stuff to this garbage. So guys, this is my analysis. Please share this video, subscribe, like, share this video with people that might be interesting, and thank you very much again.